Hey, y'all, I know I've been on this kick lately about why we are in this reality. What is this place? And throwing my ideas out out there on this channel a lot. And just wanted to share that I've been looking a lot into these experiences people are having when they leave their body. I mean, really, it comes down to, for me, it is all of this a manifestation that I've created like I'm God? Or is God real? Is the experience that I feel like I had with God, the encounter, not just once, but on a number of occasions, that pure light and love, is that experience real, or is it just me? Am I somehow deluded into thinking God is real when it's really just me? Or is there a spiritual battle going on? Because just as much as I've seen and experienced God, I've also experienced this evil side, this demonic realm. Do we live in a world, in a reality that is a spiritual battle where there's a clash and all that matters is finding a true and proper relationship with Jesus and getting back to our Creator? Or is it about understanding that we are God and we manifest what we believe in and what we focus on? I remember when the Mandela effect first was happening for me, I had this very realistic dream. It was like above and beyond a normal dream. And I was having this argument with this. It was either a demon or it was myself, but it was trying to convince me that I was God. And I remember, that things around me happening so strangely, so bizarre. It, it was the coincidence level was off the charts. The things that I was seeing confirming over and over and over that reality around me was not true. So, and at the same time, I was experiencing God, God of love and pure, holy God, and I was experiencing these demonic things that were also a part of it all. And it did seem to me like there was a very clear spiritual battle going on. It's funny when I get comfortable with my life. I get comfortable, I get complacent. I have time to sit around and ponder, well, am I God? Am I really, maybe I am just God. Maybe I'm just making all this happen. That's when I start falling into things that I shouldn't be doing, living the way I shouldn't be living. And I stop trying to be a disciple of Christ. I start just being just a hedonist, basically. That's no other way to say it. But I've got this playlist, and I have not watched every video on it yet. I'm still proofing them, still going through. But I've made this playlist of videos of people who have had testimonies where they have visited or they have had experiences with demonic realms or hell. And there's different videos in there. This one here. Oh man, you've got to hear this one. You've got to listen to that. Go to that playlist, listen to this guy. Oh my gosh. This one stopped me. I mean, jaw-dropping experience. I listened to it several times and I just am blown away at this man's life, the life that he's lived, and how he's the person that he is today after all that. Oh my gosh. Listen to that one, please. These two, I also listened to this one, and their story is nothing less than phenomenal. I mean, their their testimonies bring me to tears. They shake me to my core. They make me. I'm just this person's testimony too of her life. You really need to hear her. It's an amazing story. This guy, he's just awesome, and all these people just love Jesus. It radiates out of them. There's just this great redemption of the place they were in, the life that they were experiencing, and what God has done in their life and what they've seen. And so many of the things that these people have experienced, I've had the same experience in my lifetime. Very similar, at least, but things uncanny. Like this fella here, I've talked about this in past videos where a voice, God was telling me to run home now. This kid had like a very similar voice that happened to him, and he talks about his encounter with the demonic and what happened. And so I'm just sharing it with you. You listen to it, don't listen to it, whatever. I just want to share that these testimonies have had a strong impact on me, and definitely make me want to get serious in my walk with Christ, my life, my dedication to Jesus, and not living for myself and just doing whatever I think is my my own genius. I want to make things right, and I understand that this world is fake. It's a Mandela affected world. It's a world that's not fully real, but we find ourselves in it right now, and there's one thing that's real about this experience is we do have a choice in how we're going to live our life every day. And it's so, Jesus says it's hard for a rich man to go to heaven, and spiritually, you can see it's easier for the person who has been poor spiritually, who has lived a very spiritually wretched life, and they know what it means to be a slave to sin. They know what it means to be wretched. They know what it means to be at the bottom of the barrel, and they cry out for help. It seems like you've got to get to that place a lot of times before you actually reach out and ask Jesus to come in. And that message in these testimonies comes clear over and over and over, that there's nothing more powerful than that name of Jesus. Like, there's a lot of people that see demonic activity and how strong these demons are, and they quake in their boots before these demons that are just, they're powerless before them. And yet the name of Jesus makes those demons run. I mean, it's a very powerful, over and over and over in all these stories. The name of Jesus has tremendous power, and it scares hell. So that's another reason to ponder that, is ponder the power of that name, and the power of these testimonies. You know what? When it comes down to it, if you look at all my videos, they're testimonies of how I experienced the Mandela effect. And so many of us have experienced the Mandela effect. And I always say, a few stories is one thing, but thousands of stories, that's data. We have thousands of stories, too, of people having NDEs. And I know that there's a lot of NDEs that people never experienced the hellish side. They've never experienced the demonic, and that's great. That could lead you to believe that maybe there is no such thing. But I beg to differ. I think there's a lot of evidence that, and I've experienced it directly, so it's hard for me to say that such a thing is not real. But just wanted to share that. You can listen to these stories. You really owe it to yourself to listen to this fella here, these two, just right at the very beginning of the list. Just listen to some of these stories, and love your comments. I really appreciate all the comments in the recent videos. The last one, a lot of supporting comments about that dog that's giving me trouble. Appreciate that. I appreciate, you can disagree. I understand the disagreements. I'm not arguing with anybody. If you don't want to listen to this, you don't have to. I just want to share what I've been working on, and hope that your life is going well, and that you're doing good and finding truth. And just wanted to share this. I hope it helps somebody. All right. God bless.